Ciao everybody, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone live show. Today is the 4th of July, it's America Day. My name is Julian Giannotti and I am going to be solo again because Justin is celebrating America Day and Alejandro has a new job, so good for him. He has to wake up early, so get some sleep buddy, but also provide the news as it comes along. Before we get started on today's transfer news, it is another transfer news daily, but live and interactive. I would like to say 3,000 subscribers. We just hit that tally. The Bianconeri Zone is at 3,000 subscribers now, so thank you all for contributing to that. One of our members, Dog Daddy Davide, saying 3K baby, and he uses some of our stickers, so that's nice. Like this video as soon as you can, and we will get into it. As you can see at the bottom, we got some new stuff down there at the ticker. We have a merch store, so you can join that or look at those things that we have there. I think there's a beer glass, a couple of shirts that the boys wear, and a couple of hoodies. And then also scan the QR code. Yusuf Miller, how's it going? If you haven't already, if you are a member and you haven't joined our Discord group, reach out to Alejandro, because he mentioned to me that some people haven't joined the Discord group yet that are members, so do that as well. Okay, I know a couple of things are massive that happened today about the Ligt and Zaniolo, but first we're gonna go into the Mandragora stuff because he did get sold. So let's get into that right now. News report from Romeo Agresti: Rolando Mandragora to Fiorentina for 8.2 million euros, payable over 3 years, with a potential bonus of 1 million. The operation generates a negative economic impact on the 2021-2022 financial year of 1.3 million. So that's interesting that it's for, I guess, this past season's financial balance sheet, because we're going into now the 2022-2023 financial year. So if it only generated a negative financial impact of 1.3 million from last year, I don't really care because last year's done. The payable or the payments over 3 years, the 8.2, it's going to be spread out across 3 years, obviously, like it says there. So we move on from the negative impact and we get some money out of it. So that's good. We need to sell that player. He's useless. He was not going to be in the first team at all. Torino was looking into it, but obviously Fiorentina beat it and obviously made a better offer. So if anyone wants to talk about Mandragora, feel free, but I don't really care. He's gone, and we made some money off of it. So let's get into the Matthijs de Ligt stuff. Rodrigo Badani saying Big Z Coach's Corner. Listen, this is going to be like a little tease of a Big Z Coach's Corner because I do have stuff prepared. And we're going to go through it together, which could be fun. And then Hanin saying he means we're not getting any plus Valenza from him like we thought. Oh, about Mandragora. Fine. Good. I don't really care. Again, player's gone. I'm okay. Let's go on to the de Ligt stuff, though, before we get to Zaniolo. Not only Chelsea, there are also Bayern Munich and Manchester United in the race to sign Matthijs de Ligt, who is ready to leave Juventus in the summer transfer window. Juve still want 90 to 100 mil to sell the Dutch centre back, and that's from Nico Schira. And we saw today, or we heard today from German news sources, that CF Bayern guy, Christian Falk, and Plettigol, that Bayern are definitely interested. And apparently, Matthijs de Ligt wants Bayern over Chelsea. So that's his preferred destination. And Bayern are saying around 60 to 80 is what they'll offer, or what they think will have to get it done. At this point, I just need him gone before July 10th. I do not want him showing up at Contonasa. I do not want him to come and disrupt anything that we're trying to build. He's not staying. He's 100% leaving. We just need the right amount of money, or I'm still open. I know a lot of people, this is not a hot take. I think some people are open to this idea as well, like I am. I'm okay with a counterpart plus 50 or 60 mil. And the better the player, I'm okay with money getting decreased as well. Like if Bayern Munich, this is never going to happen. But if Bayern Munich offered like Serge Gnabry and 40 million or 30 million, I say yes to that. I don't really care. I say yes to that. I would say yes to that. Serge Gnabry is a very good player, can play across all front three positions, and he's a game breaker. Then you can fill in whatever money you need with a center back, because Koulibaly's not going to cost over 40 mil. Bremer's not going to cost over 40 mil, so you still have money to spend on them. But if a player like that is available, you go for it. If it's Pavard, absolutely not. You need Pavard plus 90. I'm sorry. But obviously, again, that's never going to happen, so we have to be realistic of what our expectations are. But I personally am open to counterparts. What's everyone else's opinion? Let me know in the chat, and we'll get through some of it. Also, 38 people watching, only 14 likes. Get the likes in, people. If we get 100 mil, what do you think we will use the money for? If we're talking about Ligt, definitely a couple of center backs, or at least one definite center back, and we might spend another position like Kostic and other positions like that. I don't know what my dog's doing right now. It's kind of weird. Hanin does not want any players. Del Juve Pro said they're not going to offer Gnabry, they're going to offer Pavard. No, I know. I said realistically, Gnabry's not going to be the offer. But if there's a hope, if I'm Maria Ben, I'm saying let's talk about Gnabry as well. Yusuf Miller saying I take Lucas Hernandez plus cash since he's a left back and center back. That's a good shout. He's a utility player that we always talk about, a proper utility player. I was looking at some stats today as well, or not stats, some figures about De Ligt and Lucas Hernandez. At the time of Lucas Hernandez's move to Bayern Munich from Atletico Madrid, Atletico Madrid, he won the World Cup, fair enough. So he was a part of the French national team, and he won a Europa League. But other than that, individual performances, Matthijs de Ligt's career up until his age 23 year, which is right now, was much better than what Lucas Hernandez was. And Bayern Munich spent 80 million on Lucas Hernandez. So, historically speaking, if I'm Arriva Bene and Carabini, whoever's doing this deal, I'm sure they're all going to have their say on it, on our management. I'm saying, look at that deal that you did with Atletico Madrid 3 years ago. I don't care if it's pre-pandemic. Now we're in the post-pandemic. Now there's money. You see a lot of money being spread around. Cough up the cash, or let's talk about a player and some more cash. Lars Roccelli saying, "Ciao, pay up, guys. Show me the money. Just hope we hold out for a good amount. Gnabry's up in 2023. Would they be willing to let him go?" That's my point. If you look at that guy's contract, he's got 1 year left. Could get him cheaper. So why not say what's the situation with Serge Gnabry? Also, but again, he's going to want a lot of money in his contract, so I don't know. Rodrigo saying Kimmich is the dream. Much like Chiesa, much like Locatelli on the Italian guys, Kimmich is not going to leave Bayern Munich. I think that's his club for life. It's like Thomas Muller. It's like Schweinsteiger until the very end when he went to United for whatever reason. If you're German, you're most likely staying on Bayern Munich, and you're doing well. Same with the Italians at Juventus who want to stay, or are doing well. Del Juve Pro saying, I would personally pay Bayern to not include Pavard. Yeah, you know what? Pavard, he's how do I want to say this nicely? He's very underwhelming as a name coming back if we were to get him to come. So people are saying about De Ligt. So Angelo Taluto is saying De Ligt equals 100 mil. 100 mil equals Bremer. Koulibaly. Koulibaly buys time for Gatti. I'm on board. Okay. So yeah. Toyo Press saying Pavard's in French to Chilio. Okay. So yeah, I know we don't like Pavard. We don't like some guys that are like Timo Werner. We don't like that in return as well. Like personally as fans, we don't like that, but the board likes that. So we'll see what happens. I think counterparts are fine if it's the right counterpart, obviously. But we'll see what happens in the next few days. Again, I hope this gets sorted fairly quickly. I do not want him at the Juventus Training Center by July 10th because that's when the internationals are due back. So that's next Sunday. I do not want him there. I don't. I want this situation resolved. And get the best deal possible. I think every event is going to do the best deal possible anyway. So I'll move on from Ligt, unless you have anybody else has any other questions. Because the main thing is today, it actually is Zaniolo. I wish Justin was on here. I wish Justin was not in Indianapolis tomorrow, because we can get a shock. Not a shock here we go, because I think we knew that Zaniolo was a thing for a long time now. But I think we can get a shock announcement. So we got some news here from Nico Shira. For Zaniolo, I believe that in the end it could be a loan of around 10 million and an obligation of 30 to 35 million. Roma only want money. They have opened up, however, to a loan with obligation. Zaniolo wants Juventus and Juve wants Zaniolo. So it's the classic. Zaniolo's the player only wants Juventus, and nobody else is going to have a chance to get him. At this point, we got some other updates from other. Nico Share made another update, so I'm just going to share my screen for a couple seconds here. And take that away. So this is from our account, and we've cited Marco Barzaghi from, I think he's Calcio Mercato. But only the details are missing. Zaniolo will be a Juventus player, a loan of 10, just like how it was reported before, plus an option of 40 million euros. So that is going to equal the 50 million that was originally reported, and a little bit higher than what Nicolo Shira. Everyone's name's Nicolo. Come on. Italians got to be more creative. Nico Shira said 10 plus 30 or 35. This guy, Marco Barzaghi, is saying 10 plus an option at 40 mil. I don't know why it's his option, because that's weird. Wouldn't it be an obligation? Don't they want their cash? Interesting. Angelo Taluto is asking, is Raspadori to Juve over if Juve signs Zaniolo? I believe so. And keep that name in mind, because we will be looking at that shortly. We'll be taking a look at some players shortly. And then Nicola Shira, is tweeted 18 minutes ago, expected a meeting tomorrow between Zaniolo's agent and Roma to discuss Juve's interest. Juve are ready to submit a new bid to Roma at the first official bid to try and sign the player, who has agreed personal terms with Juventus, 4 million euros per year until 2027. So let's just let's just get on that for a sec. Pop this bad boy out. People can see the screen. So like I said, this is what we just reported. So Nico Shira is saying that again. 4 million euros per year for a very unproven guy. That's a bit strange to me, because Locatelli had more about him, and he accepted way less than what Zaniolo's going to accept, or than what we offered. It's just strange to me. I know attacker gets more because they have to score the goals, but this guy has not scored the goals. Let's get serious for a sec. What are your thoughts on this potential deal? Apparently it's either 10 plus 35 or 10 plus 30 or 10 plus 40. 10 plus 40 is a lot. BE saying, I still think it's a risky business for spending 50 mil on Zaniolo from a tactical and physical aspect. You make a great point, BE. Tactically, he's like a Dybala, and we don't know what his best position is. Physically, we don't have an idea if he's going to last a full season playing Champions League, Coppa Italia, and Serie A because of his knees. Lots of question marks with this guy. Rod is saying option at 40 and not obligation. Fantastic deal if true. That's why that's where I'm a little bit confused, because if Roma wants their money, they're going to want an obligation. Because now Shearer has in here obligation, but the other guy option. Mohammed, hey, how's it going? So I'm gonna bring it back to myself for a sec, just because why not? Yusuf Miller is still going about Pavard. We'll get back to that after. Hanin, one of our members, is saying probably option that turns into obligation if some weird condition happens, just for the books. Yeah, that's probably it too. Again, I don't think Arriva Benny is a stupid guy. I think he understands business. I think he understands, or he listens to his people, and he trusts his people. I'm pretty sure he came out the other day, and he said, "I don't know much about football. Nedved and Carabini know way more. So I'm going to listen to them and understand my asset management and business management, and he's going to act on that." And I believe him. Rodrigo saying, "I believe we will play Zaniolo in midfield. I really hope not." Mr. Dax is doing some crazy math here. De Ligt equals 100 mil, 45 mil on Koulibaly, 40 plus 3 on Bremer. De Ligt's salary is 13 mil per year. Koulibaly, Bremer's salary combined will be less than that. Koulibaly 6 or 7, Bremer 4 or 5. Boo, you're gonna get stuck. Dog Daddy Davide is chirping my my internet. Like, who cares? You're reading it regardless. Hosta saying 10 plus 25 is a good deal. Absolutely. And then Honey, but that's not what's being offered. That's not what's being offered. So that's not true. Honey saying, "I'm worried we're burning money." I'm like you. I'm like you. I'm worried that 50 mil. I'm not worried. I know 50 mil is too much. Look at this. This is what I have to deal with. Julian, I'll bring the Pampers. Like, there's no free ads. Firstly, Justin, you always do free ads on here. Julian, I'll bring you diaper company for you to change yours when you're done filling your diaper over Zaniolo. Yeah, I am gonna shit on him more. I'm just because of that. You know what? Let's bring it up. Let's bring up our makeshift coaches corner on Zaniolo right now. I'm gonna do it right now. Hold on. Let's get our player comparison going over here. Because I also want to get into something else before we or after this. We got a nice football reference here. So if you look at the screen. If you look at our screen here, I've gathered 6 players. 3 from Serie A with Zaniolo. Kai Havertz, similar age range, similar usage of multi-purpose attacker. Gabriel Jesus, multi-purpose attacker. And Alex Isak, who's just another younger player in a different league. As comparison. Let's look at the far right corner. Non-penalty goals, or non-penalty expected goals and assists. Guess who's bottom of the list? Zaniolo. Even the guy we scapegoated, Dybala, had way more. Giacomo Raspadori, who'd be less money than Zaniolo would be, had produced more. That's a per 90 rate. That's not just a flat rate. Kai Havertz produced more. In a Chelsea team where they don't really provide an attack, Alexander Isak provided more on Real Sociedad. This is goals and assists, not just goals. I understand Alexander Isak is the primary striker. Actually, he's not. I think there's another guy there. And obviously, Roman Tammy Abraham. But you're telling me Zaniolo couldn't provide any assists? 1 assist in Serie A. 2 goals, 1 assist in Serie A. 28 games. 1,971 minutes. 12 yellow cards. 12. 12 yellow cards, 2 goals, 1 assist. 50 million euros though. This is the first time really going into the stats as well. So let's look at this. Is he way underperforming his expected goals? That's not surprising. So is Isak though. He had a terrible year, looks like. But look at that. Raspadori outperforming. Why couldn't we spend the money on Raspadori? Look, Costa's already bringing it up. We are treating Zaniolo like how we should be going for Raspadori. I absolutely agree. We're going for the wrong Italian here. Green means good, guys, if you don't know. Justin, I'll let Justin know. Justin, green means good. Okay? Whenever you see numbers, green means good. Negative 2.8 isn't good. We'll continue to go here. Actually, I'm going to back out and do per 90 first passing. This is a nice little tool you have on Football Reference. You can go on a per 90 basis. So if we see progressive passes, he's actually not bad at that. Well, let's compare it first. Obviously, Dybala picks the ball up at half, so he'll obviously have more. But in comparison to everyone else, he's about the same. Raspadori a little bit more. Gabriel Jesus a little bit less. Isaac is not even in the same stratosphere, so don't worry about him. Passing completion, not great. Not great at all. In comparison to the other guys as well. So, listen, 50 million on a guy who we were scared of paying, Carnivale said 35 for Raspadori and we were not interested anymore. But then we're just going to pay up 50 mil for Zaniolo. Justin saying, if Big Z takes off like Chiesa, y'all bums are stuck with Burn at 2.0, size egg on your face. I'm going to be living. Listen, again, if Zaniolo, I said this before. I said this I think a month ago. If Zaniolo scores 4 league goals, I'll be happy. That's my honest truth. If he scores 4 goals in Serie A, I'll be happy next year. Hanin wants me to go into mad stats from before he got injured. I can't. Not today. Dave, I'm going to call you Big Dave now. You got Big Z. Big Dave loving Big Z. Poll, has Julian become more negative than Ale? In this particular scenario, I'm negative because I see numbers. I watched Zaniolo play this year a handful of times. We're going to spend 50 mil on that dude. Rod says, Allegri wants Zaniolo mainly for box-to-box on the right side and as a winger occasionally. This comparison is not fair. This comparison is actually totally fair because last year, for Roma, he played as a forward. When all these other players also played forward. This is totally fair. He did not produce at a good rate. And if he's being used as a midfielder next year, we've never seen that before. We do not have data on Zaniolo playing as a midfielder, as an 8. So if you're paying 50 million on a dude you've never seen play out of position as an 8, that's crazy to me. Spend the money elsewhere. Hasta saying, if Zaniolo proves us wrong, nobody is to blame. He's not better than literally any other player for 50 million. If Juventus don't go for him, nobody would and should care, especially if Raspadori is available. Xavier saying, I agree with Julian. Zaniolo's stats are awful, but the talent is there. My hope is that the talent is just untapped and somehow he'll become a great player for us. And then Hanin says, Allegri likes the taller guys. Man, I'd be great for... I'm over 6 feet. Put me in midfield. I can't do much, so I'll fit right in. Zaniolo saying, Zaniolo's going to score goals in Juventus Medical. Another thing. Dog Daddy David is saying, why can't we just be happy? Why do I want to be happy about this? Why do I want to be happy about a 50 million euro player who doesn't deserve 50 million euros to be spent on him? I don't really care about pass types. Oh, GCA. That's a good stat. Let's get into this one. Toggle that. Oh, it's going to be the exact same number. Okay. Let's get back into this. Somebody's disliking because they took it away and then made it a like. All right, GCA. Where are we here? Better than Raspadori, barely. Better than Havertz. Worse than Jesus. You know what? Isak might as well just come off this list. Don't even worry about Isak's numbers. So goal creation per 90, or goal creating actions per 90, he's third on this list. 0.02 ahead of Raspadori, 0.06 ahead of Havertz. That's decent. Let's go shot created actions. Wow, it's actually not bad. Look at that. Interesting. Interesting. So take a look at those. This still, by the way, this does not justify 50 million euros. Because Gabriel Jesus went for less. Raspadori was mentioned at 30 million euros. Khalid is saying he is worth 30 to 35 in my opinion. I agree with you. I agree. Hosta made a comment saying 10 plus 25. I think that is the correct deal or bid that you should get, or should submit to Roma. Haneen saying she watched a few games and he crashes into defenders when he dribbles. Sounds like two people I know who used to play for Juventus, both Italian. One's Federico Bernardeschi, one's Stefano Sturaro. I think that was mentioned in our Discord chat today. If we're spending 50 million on Zaniolo for a Bernardeschi 2.0 and a Stefano Sturaro 2.0, what's the point? Xavier saying we drove Dybala out because of his injuries and because of money just to turn around and buy someone even more injury prone that will cost a fortune. Dog Daddy saying be happy because I have a beautiful wife. My mom makes me turkey sandwiches and I live in a country that lets me cry on the internet. I'm not crying. I'm laughing as I talk about this. Oh, I just want to see a Champions League. Unholy fun. Hello Julian, how's it going? Learning that Juventus is about to spend 50 mil on Zaniolo. It's not going great. But it is what it is. Beautiful day. Actually just rained 2 minutes ago, so I don't know. Let me know your bet. Let me know what you think Zaniolo's worth. Do what Hosta did. Hosta said 10 plus 25. I think I agree with him. But what do you guys think in the chat? And then Mohammed makes a great point. You think Julian is negative about Zaniolo? Wait until you see Alejandro. But listen, guys, it's pretty much on its way. Like the Zaniolo deal is coming. It's well on its way. I don't really care about defensive action. Actually, I might have to care about defensive actions because he's going to be a midfielder apparently. Zaniolo's going to come to Juventus to play. That's crazy. If he actually does that, this will be the ultimate slap in my face and egg on my face will be Zaniolo comes in and he becomes an 8 that is productive in both ends of the pitch. I will come on here. I will give my credit to Zaniolo. I will apologize to Justin and Dave and any other Zaniolo stan. If he becomes an 8, like a productive 8, and you know what? I'm going to dedicate a whole hour to Max Allegri because he does voodoo magic if that's the case. Unholy Fun saying 18 to 24 million. I think that's a little low because, again, I get it. The counting stats and some of these ones are not good to look at right now, but he is a younger profile that fits the bill. That fits, not my bill. That fits the management's bill. The Princess 35 max. BE saying she would rather spend 50 mil on 2 proper fullbacks, but we are used to our management always full of surprises in a bad way. Mohammed saying, to be honest, with those injuries, he's at least 25 mil max. Yusuf saying, I think 50 mil is a good price to be fair. So we're all over the place here. So you either, this is where the fan base is going to be. There's no in between with this fan base. It's either nobody wants him or they think he's really good and that he should be coming. I don't think there's any in between here. Justin saying, dancing on y'all's big Z hating ass graves. Listen, Justin, go celebrate some fireworks or some shit. Go drink more Bud Light. Whatever Americans drink. PBA or Pabst. What is it called? What's the American beer? James Tonin saying, Juve should go 3-5-2. Quadrado on the right, Chiesa on the left, and bring back Ronaldo with Pogba. Attack. No. I'm pretty sure you yourself are saying Quadrado's been losing a step. Even like last year you were saying that, and you want him to start in a 3-5-2. Paulo Calderon saying 40 mil max. Hasta saying, if Allegri plays Zaniolo as an 8 and performs, I will create a Zaniolo account and post daily. Michael Salvetti. Oh, this is going to be good. I have nothing to base this on other than just my hunch. But the move for Zaniolo feels like it has Agnelli's hands all over it. I say this because it doesn't make sense on so many levels. Again, a good point. I'm going to ask this question. What is Nicolo Zaniolo's best position? Where do you want to see Nicolo Zaniolo? Because as it stands today, if Zaniolo joined the club as a 50 million euro purchase, whenever Chiesa comes back, it's Chiesa, Vlahovic, Di Maria. So are we getting a 50 million euro sub? Or are we putting him in midfield for some reason? Or are we putting Di Maria in midfield? Big Ross is saying, Zaniolo won't even get 4 goals next season. Are we about to pay 50 mil for a guy that has more red cards than goals this season? Rod is saying, again, the fan base is divided here. For me, Zaniolo is pure quality. The issue is injuries and probably isn't going to be better at Juve. Hasta saying Fabian Ruiz for 35 to 45 minutes is a great option. Wait, did I pass over the possession? Yeah. Let's see if Haneen's eyes match the eye, or her eye test matches the stats, because she said the dribbles were a disaster for him. And to be honest, he has 47% dribble success. So, Haneen, you're not wrong. Look at Gabriel Jesus, 56 or 66. That's awesome. Michael saying, where is Zaniolo going to play 4-3-3 when Chiesa's back? Oh yeah, that's what I just said. Mo saying, I love Zaniolo, but with 50 million we can buy a solid left back. We have a big problem in that area. Absolutely. Haneen saying right wing. Unholy Fun saying the bench. Raven saying, sure, we spend 10 mil for a loan, but if we will have to buy him for next year for 40 mil next season, forget about spending big time on Molina or Udogi. Yeah. I think Molina's leaving this season regardless, so if it's not us, it's going to be Atletico Madrid probably. Yusuf Miller saying, it's an expensive for a player who has 1 year left on his contract, but that aside, I think 50 mil is alright, not great. So, let's go for a second. Let's see Zaniolo's contract status. His market value is 33 mil, according to the always trusty transfer market. His contract is done in 2 years. Okay. Matthew Urella is saying, weird to think Zaniolo only wants Juve, and I don't know of any other teams very interested, and yet all signs point to overpaying for him. That's a very good point, Matthew. Who's in competition right now? Another point can be made. Did we overspend on Vlahovic when nobody else was really... Like, yes, Arsenal was there, but they never were really in for him because of literally Vlahovic's agent saying, we're not taking your calls. So, why are we overspending for this guy? That's a great point, Matthew. Respect. Rodrigo saying when he broke his leg when he tore his ACL the first time he was playing against us and he was in the midfield, right? He's making us look like a small club. He's not really. Nah, he's more of a winger there because he picked the ball up from the right side and he kept coming into the middle. So that was more as a right winger, we'll say, in a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to bring it back to my face now. You've seen enough of the internet. So that's cool. Zaniolo played as a midfielder when Roma made the semis in the UCL, I believe. I don't know if I can corroborate that because I see something different on this website. Del Juve Pro saying it will be clear with time that Zaniolo's most comfortable position will be J Medical. Nice. Hasta saying Molina and Bremer should be the priority. Oops. Uh-oh. We got some Padula news 6 minutes ago. It's not good. Do I even want to say it? Do I want to say the new Padula news? Or is someone going to say it for me? Da-na-na, da-na-na. Let's see if it's going to pop up on my screen here. Oh, Justin already commented on it. So we'll bring it up now. I'm going to share my screen again. Paredes aspetta sempre Juve. So that means he's waiting for Juve. And as Justin said, he can keep waiting. Oh my goodness, this Paredes stuff is not going to go away. However, it's not horrible news. Because, again, he's waiting for Juve. That doesn't mean we're going to go get him. Alfredo Padula also said, if you guys follow the Bianconeri Zone account on Twitter, there was some news blasted out by Alejandro from Padula. Excuse me. It's Paredes is waiting and wants to join Serie A. First, the club is thinking about Zaniolo, Ligt, and selling players. And then he also went on to say Cambiasso is expected to have his medical on Wednesday. Okay? So expect the medical from Cambiasso on Wednesday. But again, who the hell knows when he's actually going to happen because reporters are all over the place. The Coach's Corner, I think I'm going to record it tonight or tomorrow night for Andrea Cambiasso. And yeah, stay tuned for that. DiMarzio saying Pogba will be in Torino on Friday or Saturday. I read midweek from other people, so who knows. And Padula goes on to say, meeting or call with Roma between Wednesday and Thursday for Zaniolo. Okay. Lucas saying, like the video, guys. Look, there you go. Like the video. We just got over 3,000 subscribers today. Good stuff. I guess it's time to plug this into now, eh? As we take a little break. Pop. Oh no, the date. Whatever. Look at our members groupings. We got the club level, premium level, lounge level, all for different prices. Very affordable, in my opinion. Consider becoming a member. You get to use all the stickers and badges beside your name, emojis. Big Dave is making some stickers about me, Justin, myself, and Alejandro. And you get a monthly wallpaper put into it as well. And you have priority giveaway. We're having the Pogba jersey giveaway that should be announced sooner than later. And yeah, whenever we know his jersey number, there's going to be a Pogba shirt giveaway. The way you enter is going to be, you're going to know. And then you have priority if you're a member. I don't know what multiple, but you have a chance. You have a better chance to win it. Haneen's asking a funny question. How are Paredes' stats? If you go to the website I usually reference, his passing stats are incredible. I just want to see, before I boost him, I want to see a pass map. Because if he's just another Bentancur with the sideways and backwards passing, then I don't put any stake into his passing stats. But if there's some progressive passes and forward passes, and it's that high of a percentage, then I'll be impressed. So moving on, I think I was reading some news here. We're being linked with Zaniolo and Paredes. Crazy. Anyway. And when Rod says who cares about any league stats, like it's a difficult league. It's very physical. It's a very physical league. Lots of players, like, I don't like the term Farmers League. There are good players in every single league. The amount of good players obviously varies, but they're all very good. They're all good players. A team that was Lyon in the French league. I think they were 6th or 7th, a couple of times. Are they bad? No. Do they have good players? Yes. So like comparing stats from every league is okay. Matthew Arilla just became a member. Thank you, Matthew, for doing that. Contact myself, or no, actually I don't know how to add you into Discord, so don't contact me. Contact Justin or Alejandro to get you in the Discord group, and join us there. Big Dave is gonna give you a nice little introduction. Yusuf saying, didn't Tchouaméni come from Ligue 1, and if he wasn't good, Real Madrid wouldn't have paid 80+ mil for him? Exactly. Like, I don't like the notion of Farmers League. I don't like that at all, because those players from that league go on to other leagues and dominate. Eden Hazard came from Lille. He went on to dominate, become one of the best players in the world. They leave that league to get more money, obviously. Same with Serie A. Serie A Farmers League? No, it's not. It's a very good league. It produced the best statistical output in Euro 2020. Like Euro 2021. The most goals coming out of Serie A. So, don't call it a Farmers League. Is the Estonian League a Farmers League? Sure. But not the top 5 leagues in Europe. Even the Portuguese League's not bad. I should do more research on Paredes, though. Leo Paredes. Oh, not Paredes. Paredes. Leandro. Let this load up. Yeah, his passing stats are incredible. His passing stats are absolutely incredible. Paredes. In the 99th percentile. Do you want me to show you right now? I'm not trying to hype him up. I'm not trying to hype him up at all, but have a look. That's him. Again, not too many long passes per game. But if he's neat and tidy and he puts in a shift defensively, he wouldn't be horrible. Khalid saying I got good stats from the site I used, but I saw injury periods. Hanin is asking, is Paredes considered a regista? He would be classified that at on Juventus, yes. At PSG, they played with Verratti and Paredes there, and then Danilo was the linchpin sometimes, or he played center back, but Danilo Pereira, not our Danilo, obviously. But Paredes can do that. Paredes can be the guy who sits and defend, and I'm not going to say defends, because I don't know if he defends well, but he marshals the space in front of those two center backs. So let us take a look at his defensive output. It's not great. It's not great there, if you have a look. Possession stats are good, though. Jeez. Again, I'm not saying go get the player. I'm just saying statistically, it's not bad. It's not bad. And then somebody mentioned his injury history, so let's check that out. I probably spelled his name wrong. Oh, I didn't. Nice. Let's check out his injury record. Where is it? I gotta go down here. Stats. If my mouse loads. Injury history. This year was bad, but in the past, not the worst. Not the worst. Yusuf makes a good point. I personally wouldn't mind Paredes, but it depends on salary. Who else are we going to get to play in that register? If Max Allegri desperately wants a register and he wants it this season, then I'm scared because it might be Paredes, and I'm scared about the financials going to be incorporated with it. Because I forget how much Alejandro said he makes, but he said something about that because he makes a lot of money. So take a look at that, and then we'll go back to my face because I got nothing else on Paredes. But again, he's waiting for us to approach him, or he's waiting for Serie A in general. So we'll see. Mohammed's asking, I heard Juve is looking to loan Cambiaso. Is that true? I have no idea. If we're struggling to offload Pellegrini, then I can see that being true. But if we offload Pellegrini, I see Cambiaso staying. I think it's as simple as that. Because we know Alexandro's not moving anywhere because that dude makes 6 million euros a year. So take that for what it's worth. I'm just clearing up some stuff here. So to go over what we talked about today, Ligt, Bayern Munich has joined the race, and apparently Bayern Munich is the team that Ligt wants. I say let's have a auction and highest price wins, or counterpart from Bayern Munich would be nice, minus it being Pavard. We do not want Pavard. Hosta saying Paredes should only cost 15 to 20 mil, or 25 mil. Justin saying most people use statistics like a junk man uses a lamppost more for support than illumination. Okay, Justin. I'm going to say this again. 2 goals and 1 assist for Nicolo Zaniolo this year. Am I the drunk man for wanting more? Or using stats I need a lamppost to hang up on? Oh man, this would be the best. Hosta brings up Davies for Ligt. You think Alphonso Davies is going to come to Juventus? No. I wish. I get a jersey right away. Imagine that new Juventus away kit, the black one with Davies on the back, number 19. Oh, Bonucci's 19. That sucks. Maybe you get a cool number. Maybe be like 99 like Wayne Gretzky. Bring it all the way back to Canadian roots. 97 like McDavid, like he loves. You know what? You know Dog Daddy Davide and Justin Safari, you know who they are? They're those old guys on the front porch saying, hey, your music sucks, mine was way better when it comes to stats and numbers and stuff. Get with the program, boys. Numbers run the world. Look, they're double teaming. Yusuf is saying, if Bayern offered Lewandowski, do you think we'd accept it? No, because we have Vlahovic. And I don't think we're going two forwards up front again because that was an absolute disaster. And they're very similar profiles and they don't really build up. They're just finishers. Not just finishers. Khalid saying it should be Gravenberg plus 60 mil. I don't think Gravenberg's going to be sent away. Like, he just signed for the team maybe 2 weeks ago. So I don't think Gravenberg is in the question. There's 2 or 3 players that you target. One is Serge Gnabry. One is Alphonso Davies. And the other is Leon Goretzka. Obviously, Kimmich is the most ideal name. But the other one, like, Kimmich is not leaving. Would Goretzka? Maybe. I don't know. There's a contract discrepancy a couple of years ago, so maybe there's ill will. I don't know. But if you can get Davies out of Bayern Munich, you definitely ask. You definitely ask about Gnabry, and you definitely ask about Goretzka. Hasta saying Paredes and Fabian Ruiz would be good options for the midfield. You know what? I think Fabian Ruiz would be a good number 8. A good box-to-box midfielder. Somebody's just running down the pathway to my gate in my backyard. Yeah, Fabian Ruiz would be a good shout. And Paredes, I think Paredes will be like an August option. Like, oh my god, we can't play this way without Paredes or without a proper register, and we panic and we get Paredes. I think that's what's going to happen if Paredes was to come. But Fabian Ruiz, that's a nice player. He's tidy, but I thought he wanted to go to Spain, so I don't know if he's realistic. Raffle saying 20 mil plus Coman. No, because Coman injury prone. This is same shit as always. Lucas saying I'm all for the Canadian GOAT Alphonso Davies. Yeah, I'm in. Obviously, it's Davies plus money for Ligt. So, you take that all day. Another guy who can play multiple positions. You can play left back, left wing, even up front if you need him to. We've seen it. Canadians have seen it before. Yeah, he says I want money too. Okay. It's almost 6. I got stuff to do. Nothing else is coming through the pipeline here that I see. So, get your last minute likes in here. Support the channel more. We just got to 3,000 subscribers. So, good for us. Good for all of you guys supporting the channel. And be prepared for potential Zaniolo here we go this week. Because this stuff is cooking really fast. So with that, thank you all for watching today. My name has been Julian Gennady. This is a live show. Follow the Bianconeri Zone on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook on all our socials. Follow Justin at Justin Saforo. Actually, don't follow him because he's boring. He's mean. He wants Zaniolo here. Follow Alejandro at Alejandro BZ. Follow myself at Gennady151. And consider becoming a member because that chat is going off the charts as we speak. So have a good night, everyone. Peace out. And enjoy America Day. Bye.